What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Practical Elevate Performance, coming at you live. It's Wednesday. It's the day before check-in day, middle of the week. Hope you guys are having a beautiful week so far. Today, I'm going to be talking about a fun topic. Might piss off some people. I don't really care. Might step on some toes. Might irritate some personal trainers out there. But that's okay because I don't give two shits. And I just want to go live and talk about this topic because, the ones that actually know their shit, the ones that can actually, put their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and the ones that, are respectable in the, training, coaching business, they don't have to worry about it because they know their stuff and, the results that they get their clients speak for themselves, right? So this is not me attacking all personal trainers because there are some good ones. There are a lot of good ones out there, but there's probably equally, if not more, bad ones out there, like hot garbage personal trainers out there. So let's talk about this. A lot of times, and I would say several clients that I've worked with in the past have, when I've been on the call with them or whenever we start working together, they've told me in the past, they're like, I was working with a personal trainer. They were having me do either they're having me do a ton of workouts and I was so sore and I, could not, believe how sore I was and it made me not even want to go to the gym. I felt like crap, or they were having me do all these workouts and movements that hurt really bad and they just kept having me do them even though they hurt really bad. And I have a bad lower back and I kept telling them about this shit and or I've got like a messed up shoulder and they still have me doing these other movements that still hurt my shoulder. And anytime I ask them to, change it or have alternative workouts or exercises, they, said they would and then they never did. And then weeks went by and they still never did and blah, 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 blah. This is a common thing that happens. And so, well, why is that? So let's kind of, dig into that a little bit. Fun fact, for most states and for most of the United States, there's no true industry standard or regulation when it comes to being a personal trainer, and for most of the fitness industry and for most supplements and things like that too. There's really no there's no true industry and it's crazy. So here, one sec. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm a personal trainer now. Did you know that? I'm a personal trainer. So I'm a personal trainer. Okay, one sec. All right, now I'm not a personal trainer. And so, yeah, guys, I'm not a personal trainer anymore. Don't listen to anything I say. But one sec. Okay, now I'm a personal trainer again. And so, yeah, listen to me. I know everything that I'm talking about. So, because I'm a personal trainer. I can literally say that, and there's nothing that says that I can't say that. And there's nothing that says anybody else out there on social media or influencers or whatever that may be, they can say that. If you're watching this right now, you can start saying that you're a personal trainer, and there's nobody that can tell you that you can't do that. There is a difference between being a certified dietitian. There's a difference between being there's other certifications and things like that that are regulated by the state or federal government, depending where you live. But as far as it goes for personal training, there's no regulation at all, and it's kind of crazy. And yeah, so it's basically the wild, wild west when it comes to this stuff. And so because of that, yeah. And so because of that, it's not, and so I want to preface, it's not your fault for not knowing this, and it's not anybody, for the most part, most people are really uninformed about this stuff, and it's just because, there's not a lot of good information being put out there about this stuff. And some of that's on purpose. Some of it's pretty muddy and murky on purpose, because, commercial gyms aren't going to advertise, hey, come work at our gym, or come work out at our gym and get trained by somebody who's literally never coached anybody before, or who's literally, just mailed in their certificate the other day that their cousin probably filled out for them, that kind of thing. And so it's one of those things where if you're a personal trainer watching this right now and you're getting kind of mad at me right now, I mean, maybe that says more about what your, own. Maybe that says something about you rather than me. Because if you are like really awesome and you're really good, which I've already prefaced that there are really awesome, really good trainers out there, you have nothing to worry about, and you shouldn't be getting mad unless there's a reason that you should. Unless there's something. Unless you feel like not super confident with your own like stuff. I guess you know what I mean. So let's just let's just chat about this. So. But did you know that if you're going to be a personal trainer, if you want to be a personal trainer, you can literally order your book online, or you can just get it online, like in a PDF or something. You can have them send your stuff to you at home, and you never actually have to be taught by anybody specifically or anything like that. You actually don't have to coach anybody to be a personal trainer. And you can mail in a lot of these tests that you take. You can mail them in. And you know what you can do if you're allowed to take your test at home and mail it in? You can look up answers. You can cheat, which a lot of people probably do. And so just keep that in mind too. And it's one of those things that, like I said, like a personal trainer, a lot of times, like some gyms have regulations where they make somebody like get shadowed by another personal trainer. But as far as like it goes in terms of like actually like, having had any experience at some point, like a lot of trainers have to start somewhere, and there's a huge need for personal trainers. Like the industry has grown like crazy for commercial gyms. And it's kind of like one of those things that happened with CrossFit. A lot of people got certified to be like CrossFit coaches. Same thing happens for a lot of these personal trainers at these big these big commercial gyms. There's such a high demand that the quality of personal trainers, it doesn't take a lot. Okay, it doesn't take a lot. And so yeah, so it's like, and the other thing too, just keep in mind whenever it comes to like personal trainers, is like when it comes to them being at commercial gyms, a lot of times they are salesmen first and exercise professionals second. Okay, and it's not, and I'm not saying it to like dog on them. It's because they have like expectations, and almost in a sense, a lot of times maybe even quotas that they're expected to hit in terms of like how many personal training sessions can I sell, how many packages can I sell, how many, like basically how much money can I get out of this person, so that way they keep coming back to the gym, so that way I can keep getting a cut of that, and how I can keep the gym making money. And it's not, and it sucks that that's the case for a lot of these commercial gyms, but that's just how it is. That's their business model. They want you to spend a lot of money on shit, and they want you to come in, and honestly, a lot of times they don't care if you show up. They don't care if you show up for your sessions. They just want you to buy them, kind of thing. Like honestly, they save money for you not coming in and touching their equipment and using their equipment, right? So yeah, so it's one of those things. And so like, yeah, it's a sales job first and foremost, and then an exercise job second. So in case in point, the gym I go to, I'm not going to say what gym it is, in case I don't know. I don't think there's anybody that's going to stalk me. But I'm not going to say which gym it is. But the gym that I go to, one of my friends, I went there to go get him signed up because he could save money by me referring him or whatever. And so I did that. And while we were sitting there, they were like basically trying to shove personal training sessions down his throat, and told him that his like plan to lose weight was wrong. They told him that he was wrong for wanting to track his calories and macros. Let that set in. They told him that he was fucking wrong, and that he needed to do these personal training sessions if he wanted to see really good progress, which is totally false. And then they also got mad at me for sitting there, and they're like, and they emphasize, they're like, and just so you know, we really don't like it when trainers bring people in here and train them in our gym. And it's like, one, I wasn't planning on doing that in the first place. Two, you're telling somebody who, and thankfully, like, he's knowledgeable about this stuff, at least to some extent. Like, luckily, like, he knows enough that's not going to be the case, that's not true, that like what they're telling him is bullshit. And so imagine being somebody who's coming into this wanting to change their life and wanting to better themselves and wanting to, they're in a very vulnerable position in their life right now, wanting to make a change. They're going to probably, they're desperate to they want to change their life. They want to make this something that they can do, and they don't know anything about it. Perfect time to take advantage of somebody, isn't it? Which, my friend could have been anybody, it could have been anybody, and they're telling them that they're wrong for, it being, a nutrition centric plan to lose weight. You can, if in case you didn't know, you can lose weight without having to work out at all. You can. It's all about energy balance. It's all about your nutrition first and foremost. Yes, working out is important, and yes, it's good for your health, and yes, it's going to help you look how you want to look whenever you get down to your goal weight. But you don't have to touch a fucking weight if you want to lose weight. Okay? And they were trying to tell him that he was wrong because they wanted him to buy personal training sessions. They wanted him to try it. They wanted him to rely on having a personal trainer so that way they feel comfortable in the gym. And then they just keep selling more of them, selling more and more personal training sessions. So that's what pisses me off about it, and that's something that makes me nuts. So that's just an example of that kind of stuff being pushed on people. That's kind of an experience that people, that's pretty common. Anytime I ever sign up for a new gym membership, I have to basically beat them off with a stick, telling them that I don't want their fucking help and I don't want their personal training sessions. And then guess what? I still get text messages. I still get text messages from a Gold's Gym from Vancouver, Washington that when we lived there 3 years ago. I still get text messages, and I've told them, leave me alone. Take me off your list. But guess what? They don't take you off their list, okay? Because they want to sell you shit. All right? Okay. So, the next thing that you got to ask yourself whenever it comes to this kind of stuff, which this is kind of the theme of the week, is being supported and feeling heard, is does your personal trainer or, the personal trainer that you've worked with in the past or that you're planning on working with or that you're working with currently, do they actually support your needs? Are they supporting your needs? Or are they just kind of going through the motions and just having you do these workouts without any clear guidance as to why you're doing the workouts? Or even if the workouts that they're having you do are going to actually get you to your goals, you just have to blindly trust these people. And do they support your needs? These are questions that I want you to ask yourself. If you're planning on trying to go and get a personal trainer or something like that, and you're not going to come to me for whatever reason, that's fine. That's fine. Make your own decisions. Write these questions, write these things down, and seriously consider these things before you go and blow a shit ton of money on a personal trainer at your commercial gym. Okay, do they support your needs? What are your needs? Do they make adjustments in a timely manner? Are the workouts that you're having them do, or that they're having you do, are they actually going to be conducive to your goals? Yeah. Okay. So, is there a nutrition component to what your personal trainer is having you do? Okay. Is there a teaching component? Are they actually trying to teach you how to do the movements properly and why they want you to do the movements? Why it's important that they have your plan set up that way? Why they have how they have their your workout plan set up that way? Because the other thing too, probably 90% of maybe even more of the workouts that they're having you do, it's all cookie cutter bullshit. They're not taking into consideration your pre-existing conditions and injuries that you've had in the past. Blah 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 blah. They're literally just going. They're oh, okay, so they weigh this much and and they're this tall or whatever. They probably don't even do that. They're just all right, cool. So you're gonna get plan A, and they're gonna get plan A2, and they're gonna get plan A2, and maybe this person's gonna get plan C, and it's not fit to you. So that's something to think about too. But is there an education component? Are they actually gonna try and teach you how to do this stuff on your own eventually? Or do they want to keep you coming back for more and more and more and more and more sessions? Yeah? Okay. What about this? So how about this? So, nutrition. I mentioned nutrition. Is there a nutrition component to it? Yeah, they're a personal trainer. If that's all that they're saying, if that's all that they are, are they at least being honest with you about the fact that you need to be on top of your nutrition? Because I'm going to tell you, and you might not like to hear this, but like, I don't care how many fucking times you go to the gym. I don't care how many times you work out with your personal trainer. If your diet is shit, if you're not eating what you're supposed to be eating, if you're not eating the right amounts of certain things that you're supposed to be eating in terms of your macros, like your carbs, fats, and proteins, like the right amounts, and you're overeating with your calories, or you're not in a caloric deficit if weight loss is your goal, you're not going to lose weight. I don't care how many hours you spend on a treadmill. I don't care how many times you go and work out at the gym a day or a week. You are not going to fucking lose weight. And if your personal trainer is telling you, you just got to work out harder. You just got to work harder. That's all you got to do. Let's go. Like 10 more reps. Like, let's go. That's all you got to do. Like, they're fucking lying to you. And they probably know it. Or maybe they don't, like, but they probably know it, and like that's like, and I think that's fucked up, and I think that's deceitful, and I think that's not very authentic. It's pretty shitty. So, you know, are they at least talking to you about nutrition? Like, because you're not going to lose weight unless your nutrition is like where it needs to be. Okay, you're not going to. I don't care how many times you work out; it's not going to happen. I don't care how much cardio you do, unless you're running like an obscene amount, putting your body into like almost shock from the amount of cardio you're doing. Like, you're not gonna burn enough calories to like, you can't outwork a bad diet. Okay, you can't. Okay, so that too. And if they're telling you that you can, then they're stupid. I'm sorry, they're dumb. Like, and they're either lying to you or they don't know what they're talking about. And either way, that's a red flag, and you should go. You should run as far away from that personal trainer as possible. Yeah, they'd like that probably. They'd probably want you to run away because it's cardio. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty much my life for today. But honestly, like, ask those questions for yourself. Like is your personal trainer like serving your needs? Are they providing and supporting you with what you need in order to feel like you're, you know, being taken care of properly? Like, do they care about you? Do they, you know, make adjustments to your plan whenever you ask them to? Do they take nutrition into account? Do they do all of these things that I'm like listing off? Because those things are really, really important if you want to actually be successful with your fitness journey, if you want it to be something that's sustainable for you. Like, these things are important. And like, you know, like, shameless plug, but like, you know, I make sure that I do all this shit for all my clients because it's important. You know, it's something it's necessary. Or at least I make them aware of it. Like, obviously I can't make people do things unless, you know, I just can't make them do stuff, but I can inform them and make sure that they know, you know, what they actually need to do, and, you know, do my best to keep them accountable and make sure that, you know, I'm updating these things and changing these things properly because, you know, I want them to succeed. And, you know, it's one of those things that gets lost really bad when it comes to like the commercialization of this like industry. Like I said, it's not hard to become a personal trainer. like, you know, it's not hard. And like, you know, somebody can have, like, and like, honestly, like, yeah, the more certifications that somebody has, that probably means that they have a good general interest in, you know, what they do. But like I said before, like I said yesterday, just because somebody has a job doesn't mean they're fucking good at it. Just because somebody's a doctor doesn't mean they're a good doctor. Just because somebody is, you know, a personal trainer doesn't mean they're good at being a personal trainer, right? Okay, does that make sense? Oop. There you go. You number, call phone, yes, no, please, no. Okay, sorry. Somebody, bots. Yeah, okay, anyways. So that's my life for today, everybody. That's my life for today. So think about those things. Is your current trainer, dietitian, nutritionist, workout partner, whatever it may be, are they supporting you properly? Are they giving you what you need in order to succeed? Are they? If they're not, you need to change something up because you're just wasting your time and you're wasting your money, you're wasting your energy, and you're probably feeling pretty like, you know, burned out or like negative about the whole situation, or maybe about your weight loss or fitness journey in general, because you're not being supported properly for it. You're not being, you know, given the right tools in order to reach your goals. So, woo! That's my life for today. That's my life for today. If you got value from this, live, give it a like. If you're watching this at a later time, let me know by doing hashtag replay in the comments down below. if you got value from this, like, let me know what your number one takeaway was in the comments of this video. And if you know somebody who's currently struggling and they have a personal trainer, or they're looking into hiring a personal trainer, or whatever that may be, send this to them. Tag them in this. Let them know about this video and about this information. And honestly, like, if they are looking to hire somebody, send them my way. Like, I can pretty much guarantee I'm cheaper than any personal trainer out there. Especially when it comes to commercialized gyms. Probably even more so when it comes to privatized gyms, because they have to be more expensive with overhead and shit. So, just putting it out there. So that's my life for today. Hope you got value. I am so glad to have talked about this, because I feel a lot better now about it, because it pisses me off. And so I just want to let you guys know about that stuff. So have a great rest of your Wednesday. And yeah, I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone.